Hey class, and good morning from your editor and your co-editor, Vespa. But also, it might not be morning because it's Sunday and I'm recording ahead of time and leaving you this update. I have a crazy Monday morning. Let's talk about the really exciting week ahead of you. So, your due dates this week are Thursday and Sunday. By Thursday, you need to post at least 3 pitches for like different article ideas, possibilities. And then for our magazine. And then by Sunday, you'll reply to each other with like ratings, feedback, input, rankings, you could say. Basically, it's you tell each other, number 2 was my favorite, and here's why. And I think number 3 could work. I'm worried about number 1 because of blah, 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 blah. Anyway, all of that, all of the selecting that you do and then the input you give each other should be founded on what you learn about the actual prompt, the magazine itself. So let me reiterate one thing and then get into the prompt. I want to reiterate that the possibilities that you lay out, you will choose one of those, and that will be your project for the entire quarter. So it's really important that you do a little soul searching. You even reflect on maybe the connection between your bio and who you know yourself to be, and then what you're putting out there that you might want to work on. Because I know I've already kind of alluded to this for some of you. If there's something that ties into who you are, you're going to have, I think, a little bit of an easier time. Sometimes it's more challenging, but there's a chance you could have an easier time motivating yourself to complete the tasks at hand. Anyways, let's talk about the prompt for a little bit. So there are 3 videos at the top of the prompt, and they really frame up the entire prompt. I know it's easy for you to just be like, I'm good. I'll just read the instructions, skim it. I kind of know what we're doing. But I really encourage you, these are foundational to the entire project, and what you choose this week is foundational to the entire quarter. So the first video is a bit about exchangers, and I will reiterate and repeat multiple times that what we're doing at exchangers is presenting fresh topics that readers wouldn't find elsewhere. But I definitely want these to be things that you feel authentically connected to. So if it's your jam, I want you to be doing that. I want you to do whatever is your jam. I also want you to explore new territory. So that's a balancing act, right? Like, this is up my alley, but also I don't know that much about it. This is a great time for you to explore. Sometimes the things that are our passion, the things we really care about, are not fresh. And the reason why, let me think about how I want to say this. I think that those unfresh things tend to be some of the most important things that we as people should be talking about. And the reason why they are not fresh is because we need to talk about them. We haven't figured them out. We haven't solved them. We need to keep rehashing. And so those things matter. I want to validate that that unfresh topics are really important, and they're worth learning how to research, argue, and present well. But here at Exchangers, it's freaking taken over. Here at Exchangers, we give our readers something that they won't find elsewhere. We try to just mix things up, and that's the relationship that we have with our readers. So that's really what you need to aim for. You can take an unfresh topic and make it fresh. And if you need some help with that because you just can't get around it, you're just obsessed with this thing that you really want to get into, then reach out. I can help with that. Okay, more things. Speaking of, I can help with that. I am available before the due date on Monday from 10 to 11 and Tuesday from 11 to 12, and then Wednesday and Thursday from 10 to 12. I'm going to be in the Learning Commons /library upstairs. They just remodeled it, and I want to be like physically present and available. I can also be, while I'm in there, in my Zoom room and just available for any drop-ins if you guys want to chat through the just any ideas that you have. So, gosh, I'm being really unorganized here. So please feel free to do that. All right, I got my brain put back together. I wanted to also just cue you in on what those other 2 videos explain in the prompt, which is that the second one will walk you through a process if you're like, okay, but how do I even pick something? Just a fun internet surfing process, and it kind of models me developing a pitch online. So watch that. Especially because you need to track your research, and I give some tips on how to just kind of make things easy for you, enjoyable for you, and I model the process. The third video talks through what's called stasis theory. So it breaks down problem solution format. And again, it's a lecture. It's really foundational to success this quarter. And often I don't approve pitches because they're not problem solution format. They're more like awareness building arguments, which again are valid arguments. They're just not what Exchangers publishes. So I'm not saying anything's better than another thing. I'm just talking about what Exchangers does. So make sure to check all of that out. There are sample pitches on the page and all of that. At the end of this process, when you post your pitch, you guys will get those replies over the weekend, and you will get approval from me. It'll basically be green light on this one, red light on that one, yellow light, if you fix this, then green light, that kind of stuff. And so do not move forth without that input. The input will come in the form of audio recorded comments. So you guys just did your bios. They were awesome, by the way. And I spent the last day or 2 of the week and then the weekend just cramming replies for you, recording voice comments. That's kind of a test run. So it's a way to get to know you guys, but it's a test run to make sure that you can get the comments and the feedback. So right now, ASAP, make sure that you can get into Canvas and find them. And if you struggle at all, let me know, because that's how you're going to access comments from me in response to your pitches, which again, you need, because you need the green light from me in this next step. So in sum, go find my voice comments in response to your bios. Make sure you receive them, and then that way you're prepped for receiving the voice comments in response to your pitches. Okay, I say the word excited a lot, but I swear I mean it. I think this is going to be really fun. If you guys, since you're only choosing one pitch, remind me if I forget, but I'm going to try to create a space where you can donate your 2 pitches. So if, for instance, if I'm a journalist and I post 3 and I only choose 1, but I'm like, I don't care if somebody wants to use my other ideas, like they're kind of cool. And maybe Vespa is a journalist for our magazine. Vespa might be like, I don't feel good about the ones I did, but I like Amber's second one. Can I have it? Yeah. If you guys are willing to donate your pitches, I'll give you a space to do that. And then if somebody doesn't feel good about what they pitched, they could go to the donation pool and choose something. So just reach out if you need me, but it should be a really enjoyable week of just embracing curiosity, cheering each other on. Please encourage one another when you're doing the rankings. Be really constructive, helpful, supportive. If you don't have something supportive to say, choose someone else to reply to. We don't really need contrary energy yet. We're not at that point. We really need to give people the confidence they need to put on the create hat and to go. I don't think we're going to have problems with that. You guys all seem like just excellent team members and colleagues. So have an awesome rest of your weekend and a great second week of the quarter. I will see you soon.